I just bought this car behind me for $600. I'm gonna be attempting to clean it up, fix it up, and flip it into a sports car. Now this is a 2010 Ford Edge, all-wheel drive with pretty decent tires on it. It's dirty all the way around, some random stickers on the thing. The interior is absolutely disgusting, and it has a horrendous wheel bearing noise going out of it. Take a listen. So I just bought a Ford Edge, and it sounds like it's gonna throw a wheel off right now. It sounds really bad. But I'm driving it back. So as you see, it runs and drives, other than that horrible wheel bearing noise that's out of it. So clearly we need to fix that wheel bearing, but if we're going to be selling this thing, we can't go and give somebody a lemon. I'm going to be doing a bunch of extra stuff to this thing because we want to make sure whoever ends up with this car doesn't end up wrecking their pocketbook. And trust me, I hate selling things, especially a car. Get into the inspection, show you the parts breakdown, and then get to repairing this thing. And let's just get on it. We got to get this thing sold. Under the hood, we have the 3.5 engine here. We got ourselves a never start battery. And it looks like there's a little bit of corrosion up on this terminal here on the positive side. See, there is just a random hose not hooked up right here. That looks like it goes right into the boot right here. I don't know why that's out. A little dirty, not too bad. That's full, looks nice and clean actually. And overall, that fluid actually looks pretty good. This one is all-wheel drive, and all this stuff is looking good. You got the coated brake lines, the e-brake setup, all that stuff looks like it's intact. The rear axle boots, all that stuff's nice and good. I did notice this left rear shock has a small oil leak coming right here. But this one isn't leaking, but it probably should be replaced too. All right, these brakes have been replaced before. They're not perfect, but they're like halfway down there. Did notice we have an engine oil leak from this valve cover up on top right there. Well, and here is the culprit, the main issue why they got rid of the thing, and it's this wheel bearing. I mean, it sounds like it wants to fall off. Oh, it's pissed. Now at this point, we could just get away with doing that front wheel bearing. However, since we are gonna be selling this thing, we're gonna do these rear shocks, the front and rear brakes, the worn out belts, and that valve cover leak as well. And a huge thank you to A Premium Parts for sponsoring today's video and supplying me with all of these parts needed to make this video even possible. So I'm gonna be replacing the front and the rear brakes, all of the wheel bearings, the rear shocks, and the serpentine belts, and a belt tensioner. So let's get to installing all of this stuff. Now I gotta say, I got pretty lucky on this thing because all these repairs that we're gonna be doing today are really straightforward. So first up, I'm going to replace the rear shocks, and here's the nice brand new A Premium rear shock absorbers. But we gotta get access to these top bolts on these things, which is located underneath both of these plastic panels. So all this stuff in the back has to come out for two little nuts. That's it. And now you can see with this panel pulled to the side, the top of the shock nuts are right there. We have access to them, we can squeeze them out. And that's on both sides. All right, and now with the top nuts and the mounts removed, we can tackle the bottom stuff. So out with the old original 180,000 mile rear shocks and some brand new A Premium shocks. Now, thankfully, everything really went smooth here. Like, everything cooperated, nothing fought me, all the plastic clips, nothing broke. It was actually a fairly straightforward rear shock job, so can't complain on this one. This was an easy part of the job. And since I was back here, everything was off, so why not just hit the thing with a vacuum and clean up all the crap that the previous owner had left me? And now, since we're already back here, let's get these rear wheel bearing hubs onto the back here, and we'll do the brakes while we're at it too, because all this stuff has to come off anyway. These things are looking a bit crusty, so hopefully it doesn't fight me too much. Now I will say, if you don't have these special tools to get the hub bearing bolts out of the backside, the T55, this job is a pain, but thankfully I remember I had the thing. Just like that. Now this is all bolted up, ready to go, torqued down, and we have some rear brakes from A Premium as well. It even comes with grease, all the hardware you need to put onto the pads, and a rotor all in one package. So gotta slap this on there too. And just like that, we have brake rotors, bearings, brake pads, new rear shocks. Everything's looking good on this side, and everything's all tidied up on this side as well. Now, onto the front. Now I kind of ate my words on this because the back went really smooth and I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hit this thing head on and it's just gonna be super easy the whole way out. This side wasn't too bad. I will give it credit for that, but the other side, well, you'll see when I get there. That one really gave me a run for my money and it fought me the whole way out to get that bearing to just release from the car. Anyways, you'll see once I get there. I should probably have never drove this thing home. Oh. Yep, that's kind of how I expected it was gonna happen. All right, well, here are all the ball bearings falling out of it, but look how flat this one got. It turned into a pancake. It's supposed to look like this. You know, nice round ball, and that one's flat. Holy cripes, what a mess. Well, yeah, this needed to be replaced. This thing was shot. I'm surprised I made this home. And now I got ball bearings all over my floor. All right, and now the front is all done. New brakes, new bearings on both sides. Now all these parts installed really nicely. So shout out again to A Premium for hooking me up with that. But we still have the tensioner set up and both of these serpentine belts to put on this thing, which means this cover has to come out so we can get access to the belt. So let's get that in quickly too. All right, so we had the power steering belt that we had to cut. So this is a stretch belt, a new tensioner, and this worn out old tensioner. And just look at the main drive belt compared to the new one with all these cracks in this thing. So we got a new belt. Let's put these in. All right, now we need to fix this engine oil leak, which is this rear valve cover. I cleaned it up, found out for sure that's what it is, but we gotta get that taken care of because nobody's gonna wanna buy a car that's got a leaking engine. Let's fix it. And this was the light at the end of the tunnel for me. It all went really smooth too. It's like I can't really complain about any of the repairs on this car. It all went really great. Even this engine repair right here, which was just a minute valve cover gasket. Very simple, straightforward, easy to do. And I replaced the plenum gaskets as well, and it all just went really, really smooth. And once it was all wrapped up, why not some fresh oil for the next guy? A nice fresh oil change. Okay, now the pile of parts is complete. Everything is on the vehicle. Now we gotta clean this thing. So we gotta clean off all this dirt and grime because nobody wants a car like that. Get rid of these fading stickers, whatever the heck that used to be. Sticker here, and this thing. And this interior is absolutely filthy and disgusting. So we gotta clean all of this up so somebody feels like they're actually getting something that isn't a complete piece of crap. And now, for the disgusting part, cleaning this thing out. Ick. Now, I'm not a complete germaphobe, but I don't know what it is when it comes to people and their cars and how scuzzy that people feel just being comfortable in their own environment with filth, food, whatever they sneeze out on a daily basis or cough up. It's all in there, and it's just kind of disgusting. It just isn't my thing. And now, I'm not a detail master here, but you gotta admit, this is light years beyond what it originally looked like when it first came in here for this interior. And thankfully, today, AKM has sent me their spotless car wash system, which is essentially a massive filter. Because I'm on well water, every time I wash a car, I get a ton of little spots, and this takes away all of those issues. So if anybody's running into those issues with city water, or if you're on well water and you're getting a ton of spots when you're washing your car DIY style, these spotless filter systems can actually really help get all those little spots off, which we're gonna make this thing look pretty darn good. And just like that, we are all wrapped up. Now, I understand there's a few scratches and dents and a few faded areas, but at least now it's clean and it looks like somebody actually cared for this thing, unlike we had before. The entire interior, I cleaned and wiped down everything. I used carpet cleaner and an actual wash vac, and I gotta say, that interior was disgusting. Now, being this is a used car, I wanted to make sure it was in tip-top mechanical shape, the best it could be in, because nothing's worse than buying a car for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and then having to stick wheel bearings in it or brakes in it or all that crap. So, and give the next guy something they hopefully don't have to worry about something right from the get-go. But we all know how selling goes. It's not fun, but that is going to lead me into this next part. This is my profit and loss statement currently. Ford Edge 2010, we paid $600 for this thing. We put in about $700 worth of parts. Obviously, A Premium helped me out on that part of this video. We also did cleaning and maintenance. With all that stuff, I probably have about $60 in that. That's oil, all the extra cleaners and things like that. And then we had to register the car. That was about 50 bucks, putting us over a tick over $1,400. So the question is now, what am I going to list this thing for? So now I am going to be listing this car on Facebook Marketplace. So we all know what we're going to get for types of people on there. So cross my fingers that I get a good one right from the get-go. However, I did look just to see what's out there on the market in terms of price. And these things are going from all over from $4,000 to $5,000. Most of that stuff is at used car dealerships that I'm seeing. I did look up the old Kelly Blue Balls here. Now I have the car's condition put in here as good. The range is from 31 to 42. So I think what I'm going to list it, at least start listing it, is going to be at the $4,000 range. So I immediately got right to work, keeping the ad straightforward and as simple as possible so nobody could get any information wrong here, and stayed transparent in the description. I also took some pretty good photos in my opinion. I mean, it was just with my cell phone, but they all turned out really good, and it was a perfect sunny day to make it look even better. And right after posting, the messages came in. Is it an EcoBoost? Is this your last price? $3,000? And even somebody that wanted to actually mow my lawn. How about no? Finally, somebody agreed to meet. All right, guys, I potentially have this car sold right now. I have a guy coming to look at it with his daughter. Great first car, but we're on E. I want to go fill it up for him. Hopefully that sweetens the deal. But yeah, everything's running good, driving good. So hopefully it's a show up and not a no-show. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it went exactly as expected. We are an hour past the scheduled meetup time, and he didn't show. This is why I'm just better off destroying these cars. I don't know how you guys do this, but this is a huge waste of my time. Here was the excuse. He didn't have a chance to talk to her before she went out with her friends, and he was the one that scheduled the time. Now I get it, not a big deal. I like to rage out, so I went ahead and did the reverse. And I added another $300 to the total. And, all right, well, we are going on attempt number 2 now. Since my reverse sale, I was at $4,000, and I bumped up to $4,300 because I'm sick of the lowball offers. I'm sick of the no-show. Now, if these people don't show up, I'm just gonna raise it another $300 because it's reverse sale day, and I'm not gonna fight with people trying to sell this stupid car. Fingers crossed, we will see if these people come up here and actually buy this thing. Well, guys, it's sold! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Honestly, I did not think it was gonna sell that quickly. Now, I legit had this thing sold in 3 days of listing it. Obviously, you saw the people that I had to deal with, the low balls and the what is this, what is that, is it all-wheel drive? And the one guy not showing up to ultimately get a reverse sale on this deal, so it worked out in my favor, I suppose. Mr. Amateur Salesman. Now, I couldn't ask for a better group of buyers. The people were very, very cool and easy to deal with, and they didn't haggle me on the price, even with my reverse sale. Now, I am glad that I did all that extra work to it and cleaned it up and detailed it, because I spent a lot of time and effort in this thing and made it really nice for the next people, which was clearly these people that just bought it. So there I have it. I have the Ford Edge now gone, which leads me to my next dilemma, which will be a sports car. And I don't know if I can get something for $4,300, but if you guys know of anything that could be a cool, budget-friendly sports car, maybe shoot it my way, because maybe we'll have to start looking. Otherwise, gosh, I don't know. Maybe we try to do this again, because this was way better than I usually get. There you go. I don't know. Send me some ideas for some cars, because I don't know what to get.